Welcome back to Demolition Worker, where we tear down the giants of the sea. Today, we tackle the massive Genting Dream. This magnificent oriental palace once roamed the ocean, carrying thousands of passengers in absolute luxury. Now, its final journey truly begins. The Genting Dream features an incredibly luxurious interior system, packed with multiple layers of complex mixed materials that require careful handling. Our primary focus for this monumental episode is pure processing speed. We must dismantle this enormous structure faster than ever before. To achieve this unprecedented pace, we mobilize 3 heavy-duty mobile balers, bringing them directly to the active demolition site today. These powerful mobile balers will operate at absolute maximum capacity, crushing massive sections of the ship without a single moment wasted. Giant hydraulic shears tear through the thick steel hull, ripping apart the luxurious cabins that once hosted wealthy vacationers worldwide daily. The sheer scale of this demolition project is genuinely breathtaking. We are systematically deconstructing a floating city right before your eyes. Sparks fly into the air as industrial cutting torches slice through heavy steel beams, weakening the structural integrity of the vessel. Massive excavators, equipped with specialized grappling attachments, rip away the upper decks, exposing the intricate labyrinth of hallways and passenger suites. We encounter a challenging mix of valuable metals, thick insulation, and decorative materials that must be separated before the crushing process. Our experienced crew works tirelessly around the clock, coordinating complex maneuvers to ensure maximum safety and incredible efficiency on the site. The first mobile baler roars to life, its massive diesel engine providing the immense power needed to crush solid maritime steel. A heavy crane carefully lifts a massive section of the outer wall, guiding it precisely into the waiting baler crushing chamber. With a deafening crunch, the hydraulic press descends, easily compressing the thick steel plates as if they were fragile aluminum cans. In exactly 10 minutes, the machine spits out a perfectly dense, square steel block, ready for the recycling foundry melting furnace. This industrialized process demonstrates exactly how we efficiently clean up a massive site containing tens of thousands of tons of metal. The second mobile baler joins the relentless rhythm, processing twisted metal frames and shattered glass from the grand ship observation decks. Every single compressed block represents a small victory in this monumental battle against time, space, and the sheer volume of scrap. We must maintain this aggressive pace because the shipyard needs this valuable space cleared for the next incoming retired ocean liner. The third baler specifically targets the complex interior bulkheads, crushing layers of premium wood, aluminum, and steel into tight, manageable cubes. You can actually feel the ground violently shake as these 3 mechanical beasts simultaneously crush tons of heavy metal into blocks. Water sprays continuously over the active cutting zones, preventing dangerous fires and keeping the hazardous dust clouds from spreading too far. The massive, iconic funnel, once proudly displaying the colorful cruise line logo, is unceremoniously ripped down and dragged away very quickly. Our magnetic cranes sweep across the debris field, effortlessly picking up loose steel fragments and dropping them into the sorting bins. It is truly fascinating to witness such an elegant luxury vessel being reduced to basic industrial raw materials in record time. The heavy mobile balers never stop their hungry work, consuming endless piles of twisted steel and spitting out uniform heavy blocks. Each completed steel cube weighs several tons, packing an incredible amount of recycled material into a highly efficient, easily transportable shape. Forklifts buzz around the busy yard, swiftly collecting the freshly pressed metal blocks and stacking them neatly in the staging area. The once towering bow of the Genting Dream now lies in ruins, completely conquered by our relentless fleet of heavy machinery. We use specialized plasma cutters to cleanly sever the thickest structural supports, allowing gravity to bring down the remaining upper decks. A massive section of the grand atrium crashes down, sending a huge cloud of dust and shattered luxury memories into air. The mobile balers immediately attack the fresh wreckage, their hydraulic jaws tearing into the twisted remains of the central grand staircase. Our skilled operators control these mass machines with incredible precision, threading heavy metal pieces into the crushers without missing a beat. The relentless rhythm of destruction and compression continues unabated, transforming a chaotic mountain of scrap into an orderly grid of blocks. Every 10 minutes, 3 new steel blocks are born, adding to the rapidly growing wall of recycled material waiting for transport. This highly synchronized operation requires constant communication between the crane operators, the cutting crews, and the busy mobile baler control technicians. We are not just destroying a ship, we are actively recovering valuable resources that will eventually be transformed into new products. The massive engine room presents a unique challenge, filled with incredibly dense steel components and miles of thick, valuable copper wiring. Heavy-duty hydraulic shears easily snip through thick pipes and heavy cables, preparing the engine components for the final crushing phase. The mobile balers handle the engine room scrap with surprising ease, compressing the tough maritime steel into tight, extremely heavy blocks. As the sun begins to set, the demolition site is illuminated by blinding floodlights and the brilliant sparks of cutting torches. The night shift takes over without pausing the operation, ensuring the 3 mobile balers continue their crucial work through the darkness. Working at night brings new challenges, but our experienced team maintains the incredible speed and strict safety standards required for success. The eerie glow of the floodlights casts long, dramatic shadows across the shrinking remains of the once mighty Genting Dream vessel. Another massive section of the hull is dragged toward the crushing zone, its thick steel plating groaning under the immense strain. The first baler swallows a large chunk of the hull, its powerful hydraulic rams pushing forward with millions of pounds force. A perfect steel cube emerges from the machine, still warm from its immense friction generated during the intense, violent compression process. We have already processed thousands of tons of metal, but there is still a massive amount of work left to complete. The scale of this operation truly highlights the incredible efficiency of modern industrial recycling methods and our powerful, heavy mobile machinery. By bringing the balers directly to the scrap pile, we eliminate the slow, costly process of transporting loose, bulky metal fragments. This direct approach saves countless hours and significantly reduces the environmental impact of the entire ship breaking and recycling operation process. The Grand Ship Theater, once hosting spectacular evening shows, is now just another pile of twisted metal waiting for the crusher. The second baler eagerly consumes the structural theater beams, turning the entertainment venue into a stack of identical dense metal cubes. It is slightly melancholic to see such luxury destroyed, but this recycling process is absolutely essential for our modern global economy. The steel recovered from this cruise ship will eventually find new life in building construction, automotive manufacturing, or even new ships. Our third baler focuses on the vast culinary areas, crushing stainless steel kitchens and massive refrigeration units into compact square blocks. The relentless crunching sound of the balers echoes across the shipyard, a constant reminder of our incredible progress and processing speed. A massive fleet of flatbed trucks arrives at the site, ready to transport the thousands of freshly pressed steel blocks away. Heavy loaders quickly fill the trucks, their skilled operators carefully balancing the immense weight of the dense, recycled metal scrap cubes. As each truck departs, it carries away a small piece of the Genting Dream legacy, heading toward the blazing melting furnaces. The demolition zone is noticeably shrinking, a clear testament to the unmatched efficiency of our 3 continuously operating mobile baler machines. We are currently well ahead of our aggressive schedule, proving that this industrialized approach to shipbreaking is highly effective overall. The massive ship propellers are finally detached and lifted away by a towering crane, revealing the very bottom of the hull. These heavy bronze propellers are extremely valuable and will be carefully transported to a specialized foundry for melting and future reuse. Now, the final sections of the lower hull are systematically cut into manageable strips and fed directly into the hungry balers. The thickest steel at the bottom of the ship requires maximum hydraulic pressure to properly compress into the standard block shape. The machines groan under the extreme effort, but their robust engineering prevails, successfully crushing the heavy keel into perfect dense cubes. Dust and debris are continuously swept away by specialized cleaning vehicles, keeping the active work zones safe and relatively clear today. The coordination between the cutting teams and the baler operators is a beautiful industrial dance of destruction, absolute efficiency, and power. We watch as a massive section of the bow is finally toppled, crashing heavily onto the reinforced concrete staging area floor. The mobile balers immediately move in, their hydraulic arms pulling the freshly fallen scrap metal directly into their massive crushing chambers. Every 10 minutes, the satisfying clunk of a newly formed steel block hitting the ground marks our steady, unstoppable forward progress. The visual transformation of the site is truly staggering as a towering cruise ship becomes a flat field of stacked blocks. We have successfully turned a logistical nightmare into a highly streamlined, deeply efficient manufacturing process right here on the Demolition site. The final days of the project involve meticulous cleanup, ensuring every last piece of valuable metal is properly recovered and processed. Even the smallest steel scraps are swept up and tossed into the balers, maximizing our total material recovery and recycling yield. The 3 mobile balers have performed flawlessly, enduring weeks of punishing work without a single major mechanical failure or operational delay. Their incredible reliability is the absolute cornerstone of this project's success, allowing us to maintain our aggressive record-breaking processing speed. As the last major hull section is crushed, the crew takes a brief moment to celebrate their hard work and dedication. We have safely and efficiently dismantled a massive floating palace, recycling tens of thousands of tons of steel in record time. The staging area is now completely filled with thousands of perfectly uniform steel blocks ready for their journey to the foundry. This vast sea of metal cubes represents the ultimate triumph of modern industrial recycling technology over monumental, seemingly impossible demolition challenges. The once crowded and chaotic shipyard is now surprisingly empty, swept clean of the massive vessel that dominated the skyline recently. Only the deep gouges in the concrete floor remain as a silent testament to the immense forces unleashed during this project. Our heavy machinery is finally powered down, the sudden silence standing in stark contrast to the deafening roar of recent weeks. The crew begins the vital process of inspecting and maintaining the mobile balers, preparing them for their next heavy demolition assignment. These incredible machines are the true heroes of the modern recycling industry, capable of processing unimaginable volumes of tough scrap metal. We have proven that with the right equipment and a dedicated team, no demolition project is too large or too complex. The jetting dream may be gone forever, but its materials will live on, forming the foundation of our modern developing world. This project sets a new industry standard for speed and efficiency, completely revolutionizing how we approach massive maritime ship-breaking operations. We hope you have enjoyed this incredible journey into the heart of heavy industrial demolition and large-scale scrap metal recycling. The scale, the power, and the sheer speed of this operation are what make our daily work so uniquely fascinating always. We will continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, tackling bigger ships and more challenging structures in the future. Stay tuned for our next massive project, where we will face new challenges and deploy even more powerful heavy demolition equipment. Thank you for joining us on this spectacular demolition adventure, witnessing the incredible transformation of the massive Genting Dream cruise ship. This is Demolition Worker signing off. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more extreme action.